Welcome to TeenYouthSummit-TV. I'm your host, Tony Randolph, and we're here in Laurel, Maryland at the Capitol Garden Youth Challenge Academy orientation for new candidates. We're going to hear some real-world stories from some parents, students, staff, and more importantly, our teens about why they're here and what they hope to accomplish. This is Teen Youth Summit.
Whispers on the wind are telling me whatever journey's in a beginning. I listen to the rhythms of the stars above, they sing. Tell me that my life is just a part of everything.
Here with a special guest who happens to be a parent of one of the new students here and whose son graduated from here. Please tell our viewers who you are and where you're from.
My name is Brenda Morris. I'm from Washington, D.C.
Now, Brenda, what caused you to want to come here today?
Well, my daughter, she's back enrolled in the Youth Challenge Academy program. This will be her third time enrolling, but I think this is the best program that she will complete this time.
Now, why do you think that she will complete this time?
I think because the challenge that she has been going through the schooling and through the streets, I think she has recognized and realized that she's getting to be a young lady and now she has to change her life around.
Exactly, and that goes to my next point, Brenda. What do you hope for her to accomplish out of this program this time around? Like, would it be discipline? Would it be certain skills?
Well, this time around, I hope she will be disciplined with her attitude, maintaining self-control, learning to listen, studying speaking before them being heard.
Okay, now, to segue from that, what do you think are one of the biggest challenges that she may face being inside this program?
I think the biggest challenge she will face is her attitude. That's the biggest challenge, is her attitude. She's a very bright, young, intelligent young lady. She's very experienced with the program.
Mm-hmm. Now, I heard your son is a graduate of this program?
Oh, yes, he is.
Now, have your son and Linnell?
Yes, Linnell.
Have he been able to inspire his sister in some ways for this program?
Yes, he has inspired her in a lot of ways. He encourages her in a lot of ways. He talks to her in a lot of ways. But at the end of the day, it has to be up to the young person that have to be able wants to do it.
And why events like this today that try to bring in youth, to give them a second chance, at-risk youth, and maybe high school dropouts, why events like this so important for the community?
It's important for this program because a lot of people turn their backs against the young generation these days. Only because of how they present themselves. I feel that this program is a program that is more pertained, more disciplined, and can really talk and understand the young youth these days.
Now, speaking of you, what did your son enjoy the most when he was here in the academy?
Well, discipline was the most. He stayed focused. He listened to what was going on. He really wanted to learn everything in this program, and now he's working with the program.
Congratulations too. Now, what advice would you give to a student thinking about coming here? What would you say to them?
My advice to a student that's coming here is to have your own mind, follow your own self. Never follow no one. Never get unfocused, because you have to believe in yourself in order for you to do it.
Your education is a gift, and you have to use it wisely. It's okay going for extra help, studying by yourself, and using learning skills to develop your knowledge.
I guess maybe
you have to work hard to be where you want to be in the future.
'Cause when I wake up, my dreams fade, everything cascade in this vanilla sky. I feel like David Ames.
Because at the end of the day,
open my eyes.
it will pay off. Don't be a fool and not stay in school.
Life changes.
My friend, she been stabbed getting off the bus. She was supposed to be graduating this year. She didn't make it.
I started to get into the streets and started smoking, committed a robbery and stuff, and I got locked up for that.
I have friends that I grew up with that are dead, that are in jail, that are incarcerated. The ones that are in jail, when I speak to them, they always say, I wish I could have went to challenge like you did, but now it's too late.
Well, my mom, she a drug addict, so I don't really like being around her because I don't like it.
Well, it started off when my dad got arrested just going into 2014. And I was always, well, I still am a good kid, but I was just like, I started to slack off a little bit because I lost like some guidance in my life and a role model, so.
A lot of these kids, they come from broken homes, whether it's their parents on drugs or they have parents that are more their friend other than a parent. This program, it shows them how to be positive, how to lead in a positive manner. It shows them right from wrong. It gives them decision makings and it gives them accountability. The Capitol Guardian Youth Challenge Academy is a quasi-military program for at-risk teens ages 16 through 19. It gives them a second opportunity at life. Once they get here, we hit them hard. We break them down and we let them know that they're not running anything like they thought they once were before they got here.
It's just stuff like that you don't do out here in the real world, that you have to come here and adjust to, like following directions, listening to everything they gotta say, asking for permission to pass, asking for permission to speak.
Making my bed, having to get up every morning and march, doing sit-ups and push-ups every day, doing PT.
The 9th week, so almost the 10th week comes Sunday, I'm getting academic awards, I'm getting all good grades in all my classes, so doing good.
This program is very different because other programs I was always able to just figure to make it, but this program is actually like something I'm dedicated to doing, something I like doing. You actually can lead. Like I've been a platoon sergeant, I'm the president now, the school president. I did everything that I could so far.
Like, I see that I could be better than what I am. I see that I could move in a type of way that I could be successful instead of hanging around the wrong crowd, doing the wrong things.
I'm a father figure, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, I'm an uncle, I'm a big brother, I'm all of them in one.
My name is Troy Covington, I'm 16, from Northwest Washington, D.C., and I am a natural born leader.
A lot of people was doubting me, saying I wasn't gonna be nothing, but I came here, proved them wrong. I'm Damani Hines, 16 years old, and I'm a cadet.
Welcome back to TeenYouthSummit-TV. I'm your host, Tony Randolph, and we're here in Laurel, Maryland for the Capitol Guardian Youth Challenge Academy Second Chance Orientation. And I'm here with a special guest who happens to be a cadet. Can you tell our viewers who you are and where you're from?
How you guys doing? My name is Lionel Morris, also known as Sergeant Morris, and I'm from Washington, D.C., Southeast.
Okay, now Sergeant Morris, what caused you to come here today for this orientation?
Well, I gotta brief the kids on what they're about to go through in these 5.5 months. I gotta teach the kids.
Okay.
I gotta basically be with the kids for 5.5 months. So basically a teacher.
Okay, so like that hands-on big brother type mentor, help guide them in the right direction. Now, I heard your sister is one of the students who are actually registering again today, named Kayla. And I heard this here the 3rd time. So, what advice or encouragement do you give to your sister to kind of let her know that you can make it this time?
Well, I'm not the type to brag, but my sister is a very quick learner.
Okay.
You know, she first time came here, she caught on to the whole the process real fast, the marching, the procedures, real fast, and she's real proficient with it too. So she pretty much know what's going on, know what to expect. I just want her to just push through, stay motivated. Absolutely.
Which activities have you enjoyed the most during your time here? Who's going through the training?
I gotta say the team building exercises. I gotta say the team building. We had a rifle team. We had a drill team, color guard. I was a rifle team, the drill team, the color guard. I was very active. I try to put myself in everything. I try to grab hold of all the opportunities I could while I was here. So my experience was pretty much fun. And if I had the opportunity to do it again, I would.
All right, great. Now, last question. What would you say to someone thinking about joining this Youth Challenge Academy and trying to just change their life around? What advice would you give them?
My personal advice is, you gotta want to change. Can't none of us make a person change. They gotta actually want to change. I wanted to change. So if you want to change, you want to better yourself. You want to reach your full potential, or see things that you ain't seen yourself. I didn't know I was a leader until I came in. Okay. So if you want to reach different heights, if you want to go far in life, if you want to find out what you're good at, your strengths, your weaknesses, come here. Because I tell you something, I didn't know I was that good at math. I was that good at math until I came in.
Okay. Well, Sergeant Morris, thank you for joining us on TeenYouthSummit-TV.
Thank you, man.
You the best success.
Thank you, man.
Up next, more amazing interviews. Stay tuned.
I have struggled with depression since I can remember. I just felt like I was just falling and falling. I told her I didn't want to live anymore.
I thought it would be better just to end it.
I tried to kill myself.
I actually tried 4 times.
I tried to overdose.
I have attempted suicide. I don't know a kid that hasn't dealt with anxiety and or depression.
You're not the only one who has this problem. Other kids have the problem.
Just because you're crying doesn't make you a weak person. There's always a way to overcome it.
Working together, you can get through it.
1, 2, 3, stay with me. 1, 2,
This isn't a routine start of the duty day for cadets within the Capitol Guardian Youth Challenge Academy. On this particular morning, they're conditioning at Joint Base Andrews for their future in cadence and in step.
I get my GED to get a job at the post office.
I want to go to the Navy.
Going to UDC. Those are just a few aspirations from cadets driven by a faction of the DC National Guard for at-risk teens ages 16 to 18. The mission of the 22-week, approximately 5.5-month program that's held twice a year is to intervene in and reclaim the lives of at-risk youth and produce program graduates with values, skills, education, and self-discipline necessary to succeed as adults.
It gave me discipline, structure.
It's helping everybody be a better person.
On May 4th, Nicholas Carey, along with 25 other cadets, visited the men and women of the 113th Wing, DC Air National Guard.
We have some that have interest in the military and some that are on the fence. So once they get exposed to the many different things that the District of Columbia Air National Guard has to offer, then maybe we'll have more serving the United States.
Burke estimates 15 to 20% of each class of cadets will pursue a military career.
Some of us, such as myself, are still currently serving in the reserve role or the National Guard role.
Today, cadets learned the many specialized duty positions within the DC Air National Guard, hearing firsthand from the 113th Commander and speaking directly with members of the 113th Security Forces Squadron, Civil Engineer Squadron, Logistics Readiness Squadron, and the Maintenance Group. Inside the carpentry shop, cadets met Senior Airman Sierra Murphy, a structures journeyman with civil engineering.
So anything that has to be erected, built, we focus on that, and as well as maintaining the base.
But she offered advice to cadets who don't have a passion to build.
It's a good experience to have them come out here and see that, that they can potentially do many things within the military.
You can do anything from weapons to vehicle maintenance to working on an aircraft. You can get your hands on basically anything that will help us achieve the mission. Whatever you want to do, as far as a medic, you can sit behind a desk, push paperwork, you can work on the plane, you can work on the vehicle. I mean, they're open. You can be a cop if you want to be a cop. whatever you want to do, just strive for whatever you want to do as far as test scores, and your options are out there.
Reporting from Joint Base Andrews, I'm Technical Sergeant Arthur Mondale Wright, 113th Wing, Public Affairs, D.C. Air National Guard.
Now, what do you hope to accomplish here as a commandant here at CGYCA in Washington, D.C.?
I hope to accomplish many people that had the same story as me to make them a success story like I am.
What has been one of the biggest challenges you face trying to, motivate some of you kids?
The biggest challenge is to motivate. It's kind of hard to persuade someone to change, because that's what we do. We pretty much make them think rationally, make them think logical, and that's kind of hard to get in someone's head to motivate them to do something positive.
Okay, speaking of positive, what caused you to want to come from Arkansas all the way to Washington, D.C. at this academy? Because this is South Carolina Academy too, right?
Correct.
Okay, and what caused you to kind of, transfer here?
I seen an opportunity for a young program that was definitely growing, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Absolutely, that's amazing. Man, what advice do you give to, like I ask everyone, to a new candidate that wants to enroll into this program but are a little unsure or nervous about joining?
The biggest advice I have is, it's easy for us to choose to do something wrong. It's hard for us to choose to do something positive. This is the first step to positivity in your life.
Okay. Now, what do you enjoy most here as far as activities that I offer?
I enjoy all of the things that we offer: the culinary arts program, the 3D printing program, the automotive program, and all of the above is just a placement tool for the cadets.
Okay. How long have you been here this school again?
2.5 years.
Yes. Okay. Now, what do you hope to see next as far as your evolution in terms of what do you guys want next in this program?
Us continuing to grow, continue to get more students, continue to find placement tools so we can be a premier program.
Hey, well, we wish you much success. Thank you for joining us at TeenYouth Summit.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be right back.
They're going to tell you all kind of stuff. They can find 1,000 reasons to leave this program. They yelling at me. They make me do this. It's cold. I don't like this person. Look, you ain't here to like anybody. You're here to finish what you start. You're here for a reason. They're here because whatever was good, because I know none of you would have took them out of school if they were doing what they were supposed to be doing, right? Yes. They were on track. You wouldn't bring them to me. So they're here not because of your actions, but because of their actions. Whatever their situation is, because they've got different issues, I got that. But they're here because of their actions.
TeenYouthSummit-TV. I'm your host, Tony Randolph, and we are here at the Capital Guardian Youth Challenge Academy, orientation for second chances. I'm here with a very special guest who happens to be not only a mentee, but a cadet and former graduate of this program. Please tell us who you are and where you're from.
Hi, my name is TeenYouthSummit-TV, and I'm from Delaware. And
19.
Okay. And what caused you to want to come to today's orientation?
Well, I mean, I just want to tell y'all what I did and what I accomplished and how I accomplished.
Now, what caused you to join this program?
Well, to be honest, when I went to school in Central, I was like distracted a lot. So I decided to come to this academy so I could be better and be better.
Now, what's one of the major challenges that you face in this academy during your time here?
To be honest, my anger, because I always had anger problems, so I had to control it, and also giving up. So I learned how to continue.
And see, that's a very important point for us patients. And because I talked to some other new students and former cadets or cadets, and they'll tell me that that was one of the similar issues about the anger management or not having the patience to, But that's why this school teaches discipline as well, right? And so how did that kind of change your outlook or how did you like develop patience?
Well, because certain things I wanted to do here, I couldn't do. So I had to learn how to deal with that. And then we also got privileges. So we have time, you had to earn it. So it took that time and I earned it. So now graduating helped me. So out in the world, I know how to earn what I want. I learned that I can't just give it anytime I want to.
But that's a good lesson to learn, though. And so that goes to our next question, which is, what are some of the activities you enjoyed the most that helped you, bring you to the level that you are today?
Okay. We used to just go around in a group and we just talk, and we just talk about our lives, our problems. So that's mainly the important thing I like to do, because we actually got to know each other. So that's what I like.
Absolutely. Now, we always have these group sessions. What are one of the common things that you heard in that group are some of the problems or issues that you may have faced back home or currently?
Home. That's mainly what they talk about.
Was it dealing with the environment?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what advice would you give to a youth thinking about joining this academy, and what can they do to kind of help themselves?
Well, I mean, always have confidence in yourself and never give up. So that to me, that's the main thing that I had to do. I had to have confidence and not give up, because I always gave up. So when I came here, they taught me to not give up, and I did leave, but my mentor, she loved me the way. I came back and I graduated. So, and I just stuck with it.
And that's what matters, the fact that he was persistent. And, life is about second chances. The numbers are perfect. And I'll tell you, I'm not perfect. And so that being said, tell us more about your mentor and how she kind of helped you to develop in this program. And what's her name?
Angela.
Angela. And how did Angela kind of help you develop in this program?
Well, she never gave up on me. Never. She always kept texting me, kept contact, texted me, called me. We always hung out. But before we got the program, she always contacted me. She always sent me emails, and she always visited me. So, she brought my confidence up. She always, kept feeding my head that I could do it. She never told me that I couldn't. And, I just felt motivation. She gave me motivation. So that led me to do more, that led me to continue. And she was great for me, and she was a wonderful mentor. I never wanted a mentor, but when I got her, everything changed. And I didn't think I needed one, but I really did. It really helped. So, and she made my life there. That was my life. So, she was wonderful.
Amazing. So, listen, thank you for joining TeenYouthSummit-TV. We appreciate your time. And we'll be right back with more amazing interviews. Stay tuned.
See Allison at lunch today? I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna text Allison. Hey, hold on. Matt's calling me. Hey, we got the food and we're on our way right now. Hey, who's coming, bro?
Welcome back. I'm your host, Tony Randolph, and we're here at the Capital Garden Youth Challenge Academy New Orientation. And today I'm here with a special guest who happens to be a mentor of a mentee you just seen. Please tell us who you are and where you're from.
My name is Colonel Angela Showell with the Delaware National Guard, and I'm here at the orientation for two reasons. One, with my mentee, and two, because we have Delaware youth participating in the Youth Challenge program.
Amazing. Now, tell our viewers a little bit more about your mentee, Damia.
Damia, yes. So I met Damia over a year ago when she enrolled in Class 47 of the Youth Challenge Academy here at Capital Garden. And my purpose for meeting her was to enroll her in the program because her mother thought it would be good for her. However, during the orientation, Damia and I established a really good rapport. And by the end of the orientation, Damia asked me if I would be her mentor.
Oh, nice.
And at that point, I never thought about being a mentor for the program. However, because of how we clicked, if you will, I decided that it was something I wanted to do.
Now, that being said, what caused you want to come here and be a mentor in this particular academy?
Mm-hmm. So after learning about the academy and the leadership, discipline, life coping skills that it instills in individuals, and so much more, I knew it was something that was good for youth. I remember as a youth not always making the best decisions, and sometimes not always having a person to help me work through it. I had my parents who helped me work through a lot of things, but sometimes you don't always want to share some of your thoughts and feelings with your parents.
And what has been one of the biggest challenges that you face as a mentor trying to motivate some of the mentees? I know you said Damia was one of your major success stories, but I'm sure not everyone maybe is a success story in general.
Right, so what's great about Capital Guardian Youth Challenge Academy is they have a team of people who work with all the units that may be having challenges. They have a counseling team, a case management team, and if a Delaware youth is involved, they ensure that they involve the Delaware team in helping case manage and help young people decide to stay in the program.
It's a team effort.
It's a team effort, right.
So, that being said, though, but what advice would you give to a mentee who's thinking about joining this academy, but maybe a little nervous, maybe like they're not up to the challenge?
I think they need to just jump right in and get started with the program. They have enough support here that they can help work through any issues that they come across. Sometimes it's leaving home, missing family. Well, there are opportunities to still see family in this program, earn the opportunity to make phone calls. So there's a way to stay in touch if that's the issue.
Okay, no, and that's amazing. And the fact that y'all have different outlets here, from counseling to different individuals to teach certain physical skills or other skills in general, that's a great thing. But one thing I heard about at least some of the mentees out here, they had like anger management problems at home. What do y'all do to kind of help to calm that down and to instill patience in it?
So there are a number of ways I think the Academy addresses that. The counseling team is first and foremost, I think, the way that youth are able to work through their anger management issues. They have individual counseling and group counseling, but they also have the military, the quasi-military environment that helps them build teamwork and work together with everyone there. So we were talking about it earlier about the drill and ceremony and the obstacle courses and things like that to help young people work together and work through any issues they might have with each other.
That's supposed to have to build that camaraderie.
That's right.
And team building, in other words. So I guess, what activities have you enjoyed that the Academy offers the most? Because I'm sure it's a lot of them, but what stand out the most?
Well, one, I really like the drill teams. They have the platoons compete against each other in the drill teams. I like the field trips that are taken, the service to community that's completed here, because that way young people get to see what other people are dealing with and need help with out in the community. Those are the three that I think of right off the top of my head.
Oh, great. And here's my last question. Why are schools like this and events like this so important to you?
Oh my, because high school isn't always the answer for some young people. The traditional high school environment isn't the answer. Just like for you and I, we don't have the same needs and require the same type of guidance or whatever. So I think young people have that same issue. They don't all fit into the cookie cutter traditional high school. So an alternative program like Youth Challenge, I think it's excellent.
And one great thing I've observed about it is it gives at-risk youth and high school dropouts a second chance.
Absolutely.
To excel.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot of folks here, staff here, and that's here to kind of build you up, not tear you down. From what I've observed so far. And so keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you being on TeenYouthSummit-TV.
Thank you.
Wish you much success in your mentorship program.
Thank you.
Coming up next, more great interviews. So stay tuned. TeenYouthSummit-TV. I'm your host, Tony Randolph, and we're here in Laurel, Maryland at the Capitol Gardens Youth Challenge Academy at their new orientation for students. And I'm here with a special guest to tell us who you are and where you're from.
Yeah, my name is Hector Lamas. I'm a missions assistant coordinator here with the Challenge Academy. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. My family does originally from Chile, which is in South America.
Okay, then Hector, now, I heard that you were a graduate of this program?
Yeah, definitely.
Class of
37 of 2012.
Now, what was one of the challenges that you faced when you first joined this program?
So my biggest thing really was I just wasn't doing well in school. My thing wasn't I wasn't super bad. I was in my early years, but towards high school, 9th grade, 10th grade, I was just cutting class. I was doing it. What really set my trip the challenge program that I had a son. I had someone when I was 16, and I went to the challenge program when I was 18. When I first went to the program, he turned 2 a couple weeks before, so that was pretty tough because I wanted to beat him for everything. It's pretty real. And yeah, that's just what got me in there. My problem was just that challenge.
Now, seeing that you was a parent at an early age, so 16 years old, how did that challenge you? Did it motivate you to be a better man and a better father for your son?
It did, but it varies really. When it comes to school, it still was a blame in school because I was taking a lot of my time working. I was working a lot because I did want to provide. So I was there since the beginning of my son. I know that's not really what people expect as a stereotype of a young man, but I was there since day one. A lot of my time was focused on working and making money so I can provide for my son.
Okay, now when you enrolled into this academy, what was one of the challenges through your field in terms of, kind of maybe you a little bit unsure that you want to stay there?
Yeah, the biggest thing was really, that, I don't know, it was probably just the residential part. The residential part was really blew my mind. I wasn't expecting it, but I knew it was something that could have definitely benefited me.
Now, I think that being here away from home for like 5 months or 6 months for the program?
Yeah, so it's 5.5 months. It was a lot farther than this. It That's what it is.
Oh, so y'all moved from?
Yeah, so this is actually the DC one, and we're gonna have I attended the second.
Okay. Now, what advice do you give to new recruits who's making or joining this academy? What advice do you give them?
Just stick to just stay with, just keep that mindset of what you want to do. Everybody always has a mindset of doing what they want to do, whether it's positive or negative, but try to transition that into something positive. When you're young, it's all negative. Depending, I'm not saying for everybody, but try to transition that to something positive that you can work with, and you can be somebody good with. Just stay motivated, stay consistent. Just don't give up.
Absolutely. Now, Hector, what is one of the things you're most proud of that you accomplished in this program?
In this program, I was personally, I was proud that I made it through. I proud of my son, because that was crazy. Because I love my son, and I never left him. I never left his side. Going through his life, I was tough, and I was proud that I did it. I did it.
So I actually was just looking for volunteer opportunities in general, and I came across this program. So it's something that I'm very interested in doing, mentoring young women. So I'm here.
Okay. Now, what do you like most about today's orientation?
All of the information, of course, just understanding the program better. Former military, and so I think it's a really great program that it's run kind of military style. And it just looks like there's pretty good range of success here. So looking forward to it.
Now, do you say you're former military?
I am, yeah.
Okay. And what advice would you give to students looking to join this academy?
It's really a life choice. You want to just be a better individual all around, and you want to progress in life. So I would just look into the program, see if it's a good fit for you. Try to align it with your own personal goals, and see if this is something that you want to do.
And what are the biggest challenges you think that the youth can face coming into this program? Whether it be discipline, whether it be some of the skills, learning the new skills, and so forth, or the GED program, what do you think may be one of the biggest challenges for them?
I think all of those things could be a challenge, depending on where you come from, what your background is, what your home life is like. I think all of those things can be a challenge if you don't have the discipline at home, or if you don't feel like you're good with school. So it's just a matter of making the decision of what you want to do and knowing that you can do it regardless of your environment.
Now, that being said, the fact that this school has like a discipline type of demeanor about it, and that's like really great, because a lot of students don't have that, don't get it from home. And it's like here you're being challenged to kind of step it up, or else, So that being said, what advice do you give to a student that's really kind of nervous about coming here? And they're like, I don't know if it's the right academy for me. What advice do you give that student?
I would say just trust the process. If you're already making the decision that this is something that you want for your life, just trust the process. Know that it's something that is going to make you a better person. It's going to play off of whatever skills you already have inside that you just need to, let out. It's a good opportunity, and definitely just carry it with you.
Thank you for joining us on TeenYouthSummit-TV.
Thank you.
Wish you much success in your mentorship program.
Thank you so much. We're looking forward to it.
We'll be right back.
I'm 13 and I shoved my girlfriend.
I'm 17 and I slapped my girlfriend.
I'm 21. I shot my girlfriend.
Dating abuse
has no age limit.
Talk to us.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to Teen Youth Summit. I'm your host, Tony Randolph, and we're here at the Capital Guardian Youth Challenge Academy. Hopefully you learned some valuable things today and heard some powerful stories from cadets, parents, teens, and staff about the challenges you may face by enrolling into this academy and things that you can do to make your life more successful. Until next time, I'm Tony Randolph. Peace.